How can you hit the 100K month milestone as a wedding photographer and filmmaker? What's up, guys? Jordan Cressis here, co-owner of the WLMA, the most result-based business mastermind for wedding photographers and filmmakers worldwide. We have nearly 1,000 students worldwide. We've helped a ton of them to that six-figure and multi-six-figure level. And I have a really special short but important video for you today. And it's about hitting that 100K month milestone as an entrepreneur, even as a wedding photographer and filmmaker. But before I begin, please be sure to like and hit that subscribe button as well so you don't miss more of our content like this. So in me and Crystal's wedding photography journey, we've been able to build a multi-six-figure wedding photography business. And we've been able to help a lot of other wedding photographers hit that same level as well in much faster time frame. And when we started our second company, we were actually able to hit that 100K month milestone in revenue. But it wasn't just us that was able to hit that 100K month milestone goal. We were able to help our client, Tom Russo Photography, also hit that 100K month milestone in his wedding photography and filmmaking business. And obviously he has associates to be able to handle that many weddings. But that's a client result that I've often not talked about much. And the reason is because most of the time I talk about our students hitting those 10 to 20K month goals. Because for most photographers and filmmakers, that's believable and it makes sense to them. But the thing is, we've also helped a lot of our students hit those 30K to 50K to even 100K month goals. But often when I talk about it and I share about it, not everyone believes it. And it's often because the skeptics like to stay in their little bubble of what they believe is possible to stay comfortable. And anything outside of that bubble to them is a scam. So I often don't talk about it a lot because of that. But today I'm like, screw it. These levels of results are possible, even as a wedding photographer and filmmaker. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the 5 key takeaways that me and Crystal have personally had hitting the 100K month milestone. I'm sure our student, Tom Russo Photography, has similar takeaways as well. But for now, I'm gonna talk about my personal experience. And I hope you find a lot of value and inspiration in this. And at the end, I'm also gonna talk about tactics and strategies and systems that we still use to this day to be able to get to those levels. Or if you're even okay with six-figure to multiple six-figure years as a photographer, strategies that will also help you get to those levels. So without further ado, let's begin. My 5 key takeaways after hitting the 100K month milestone. Number 1, you must be an absolute learning machine. A lot of my friends don't believe this when I tell them, but me and Crystal have spent over $32,000 just on mentors. Me and Crystal's first mentor, when we were trying to figure out how to build and scale our wedding photography business, was actually $8,000. And he wasn't even a wedding photographer or filmmaker. He was just this business guy that we knew who had skills that we knew we needed to learn. And at this time, things were rough. You know, we were living in a friend's basement. I was working as a janitor. Crystal was working her night shift job as a nurse that she was trying to get out of. And honestly, didn't pay as much as you think. And when this opportunity came up to work with this mentor for $8,000, I didn't want to do it. I was scared. I pretty much told my wife, babe, this is everything that we have at the moment right now, maybe we shouldn't do this. My wife was much braver and she was like, we have no clue what we're doing in our business right now. And if we don't figure this out, we may always be in this situation. We may always be living in this basement. You may always be working as a janitor. So like what Tony Robbins says, we burned all our boats. We made this investment into this mentor. And it was through what we learned from that mentor that helped us build a multi-six-figure wedding photography business. Through that time, we continued investing and investing and investing. As our business was growing, we were investing everything back into our business, where we ended up spending over $32,000 just in mentors and learning new skills and new ways of thinking to grow our business. We even started our second company. And it was through all those mentorships and learning that we were finally able to hit the 100K month milestone. To be absolutely honest, I've never seen anyone hit the 100K month milestone or even hitting six-figure to multi-six-figure years who have not been absolute learning machines, learning from mentors, learning from courses, learning from books. And if you think you can achieve those types of goals without doing that, you're very wrong. You're going to be very, very disappointed. So that's my first key takeaway from hitting this goal. You must be an absolute learning machine. Key takeaway number 2 of 5, you must be adaptable. So in our maybe 10-year journey of being entrepreneurs, there were 2 moments in our entrepreneurial journey where Crystal and I lost everything. We literally had to start our business from scratch. And those 2 failures actually came after very good years. And the reason why that happened was 100% my fault. It was because I failed to adjust and adapt in a fast changing market. I saw changes that were happening in the market, I thought to myself, oh, things will be okay the way we're running things now, but I was very wrong. Ended up putting me in situations where we lost it all and had to start from scratch. And obviously we were able to build back up, but if you're finding yourself in a place where you've plateaued, maybe you ended up in the same situation as us, maybe you feel like you're not able to grow your business, it is probably very much so because of this reason. You're stuck in your ways, you're not changing and adjusting to the market. I mean, losing everything and building up back again did teach me some super valuable lessons. Even though we had times in our business where we did regress, I realized that it was the skills that I learned from my mentors is what helped us build back up. And it gave me the confidence and competence that anything could happen to me and I could build back up. But I could have been less stubborn, seen those changes in the market, and never let that happen in the first place. That's my second key takeaway from this journey. Key takeaway number 3 of 5. You must be relentless. I remember that second time that we pretty much lost everything in our business and we had to start from scratch. Crystal and I felt so defeated. I almost wanted to stop, just pick up another job and do that. But I kept remembering that quote from Alex Ramosi, and every morning I would just repeat this to myself. This is when most people give up. This is when most people give up. This is when most people give up. It put me in a mentality where I was relentless to achieve what I wanted to achieve. We were literally placed in a situation where our back was against the wall. And you'll be surprised what you can achieve, how much work you're going to put in, how much time you're going to be putting into learning when you're backed into a corner and you have literally no choice but to make this happen. Key takeaway 4 of 5. It's a skills game, not a numbers game. I remember when we were struggling in our wedding photography business and I was just like, if only enough people just knew about me. Little did I know that even if more people knew about me, I didn't even have the skills to get these couples to want to work with me. So you need to get honest with yourself and you need to ask yourself these questions. Do you know how to get leads on demand? Do you have a brand that stands out? Do you know how to create content, ads, and communicate with a prospect so they see your true value? Do you know how to sell without actually being salesy? And is your photography and experience above the industry standard? Will your clients actually vouch for you? And if you are unsure about any of the answers to those questions, that is the problem. That actually means you don't have the skills to build a financially thriving photography or filmmaking business. And by the way, if you want to learn these skills, in the description of the video, I have a link pretty much teaching our entire scaling system. Now, finally, key takeaway 5 of 5, your priorities must be focused. As a wedding photographer or filmmaker, you are an entrepreneur. And as an entrepreneur, your goals should be vastly different than just the average person. And especially when you experience your first signs of growth, you're going to be tempted. You're going to be tempted to buy that car. You're going to be tempted to buy that house. You're going to be tempted to buy expensive, cool things. Spend all your money trying to impress your friends or family. But hear me out. Think long term and wait. Because competing with the Benjamins is just going to slow you down. Think long term. Build capital and invest everything back into the business. Be focused now and continue to compound your results. Be focused now and celebrate 10 times harder later. If you want to learn how me, Crystal, and our student Tom Russo Photography hit that 100K month milestone, or maybe that's not for you and you're okay with hitting that 6-figure to multi-6-figure years in your wedding photography or filmmaking business. If you want to learn those skills, check out the description of this video. You'll find a link to one of our website pages with a video breaking down our entire multi-6-figure strategy. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of the 5 key takeaways after hitting the 100K month milestone. Reaching this goal was a journey of continual learning and resilience. Your path to success will be uniquely yours. Keep embracing growth. And remember that if we can do it, if our students can do it, you can do as well. Like and subscribe for more. We'll see you guys on the next one.